So if you go to Slate, or if you have any logo that you want applied to your building. So we have one here under week 11, Sheridan logo. Okay. So we do have the logo where it's a physical model. Okay. And you do need to apply that to your uh, image or your render. But there's also a logo here, which is just an image. So you can download this, uh, download. And the first thing that you'd like to do is you'd like to look at the size of this logo. Size meaning to say the uh, height and width of the logo. So if you click here, you'll see the dimension. It says there it's 800 width, 240 high. Okay, so that's in pixels. So 800 by 240. Why is that important? You want to create an object, 3D object, that will become the uh, placeholder, or that's where you're going to apply the material that you're going to be making. Okay, so 800 by 240. So what do we do then? You go here, and let's say here in front, we want to say Sheridan, or maybe here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, in this view, I'm going to change my UCS to view. That means it will be the XY plane will be aligned to the current view, like so. Okay, XY. So that's actually an easy way of doing it without needing to save the UCS. Okay, and then you simply create a rectangle. So we'll start with a rectangle, and this rectangle will just say 800. That's the width, right? And then you tab and you say 240. So that's the proportion of the logo, 800 by 240. That's the reason why you wanted to check the dimension of your picture. Okay? So that when you apply it, it will be proportional. Okay? So 800 by 240. Okay? And then, of course, you don't want it this big. So you want to scale it to the size you want to place it here. Okay? And most probably, if I check DI, for example, from here to about there, so that's about 10 feet. So I want this rectangle to be scaled down to 10 feet. So how do I do that? I simply say scale this base point, and then reference. You remember the process, right? So reference will be the actual length from here to there, and then just say make it 10 feet. There you go. So it's that big. Okay.
So when you do the rectangle, it wasn't metric, right? You put it 800 by 240.
It doesn't matter. It's the proportion, right? And it's whatever 800 is and 240 is converted to imperial.
So convert it.
Yeah, 800, no, 800 is inches,
Okay.
right? The default value or unit when you are in imperial is inches.
I thought you got the logo in metric, nothing.
No, the logo doesn't matter, right? The logo is in pixels, right? that per inch, right? That's the logo. But here, when I made the 800, that's in inches. So 800 divided by 12, that's how many feet that would be.
Yeah.
Okay? And then the 240 divided by 12 is the number. But all I am interested in is the proportion of 800 by 240. So that's my rationale. And then when I scaled it down to 10 feet, it is because that's how big I want it to be placed in my building. Okay? Nice. And then, of course, you can create a frame for this. You can offset this, let's say, by, maybe 3 inches. So 3. Okay? So to create a frame, and then you can also then extrude this. So from here, you can make an extrusion. So extrude, let's say this one here, let's say by how much? Let's just say maybe 3 inches as well. Okay. So that's where my logo will be at. And then I can say extrude this one here by how much? Let's say 5 inches. Okay. And then I could, what should I do? I think I should extrude the other one more and then create a copy of that to be able to delete or subtract. So let's go to wireframe. So I need a copy of this. So I'm just going to say Control C and then Control V. Okay. I need a copy of this. And I'm going to move this from here to somewhere there. Okay. And then I'm going to extrude that copy higher or longer. So extrude. And I'm going to use that to subtract. Okay. So extrude or press pull. Sorry. Press pull that outward. And all I'm doing is I just want to subtract, sorry, SU, subtract from this frame, this object, so that I'll have a frame. Okay? And then I can apply a material here and a different material right there. Okay? It's up to you how you like to frame it. It could be a simple extrusion. It could be in a frame. Your frame could have some design. Okay. Now, from here, I can then apply a material. So I'll go to my material browser open, and I'll choose this one here, tile, but then I'll remove the tiling effect. So I think I've applied this material already, if I'm not mistaken, or not. I didn't save that. So I'll just say upload it to the document. So click the arrow. Okay. And then I'm going to rename this. So rename. This will be RN Sheridan. Okay. RN Sheridan. And then I'm going to edit this. Okay. So what do I want to do? I want to change the image, right? So, but first, you need to copy this, place it in your clipboard. So you say copy, okay, or Control C, and then you go here, click on the finished material, and then in your folder, you paste your Sheridan logo. Okay. Again, make sure you have a folder so it doesn't mix with the rest of the materials from Autodesk. So from here, I can open that, and there it is, right? Now, I do want to change this as well. Remember, they should be similar or exactly the same, except this should be grayscale if you can, and you can do that in Photoshop. You can convert this into a grayscale image, but you don't really need to or have to. So you can select that, make sure they are the same. And then, do you know why they should be the same? What's the idea behind that?
What do you mean?
The same image.
Because of the size? Like
No,
proportion?
because this is a relief pattern, it will make your drawing have a depth. If they're not the same, then your Sheridan logo will have the tile, right? But if they're the same, then they are superimposed to each other. Okay? And then you do want to edit the image so that it is not repeating. Okay? So none, none. Okay? And of course, you also want to do that for your relief pattern. So you'll say none, none. Okay? Once you have done that, then the last thing that you have to do is to know the scale. The scale, right? So right now it's 10 feet. So do we say 10 feet here? And then what's the height? We'll see. Let's just say the width is 10 feet. Okay, so we have 10 feet by 10 feet, which is most probably not correct, but we'll just maintain that for now. Likewise, do change the relief pattern. So with, let's just put 10 feet for now. Okay. And then close this. And then apply that to this surface. So you need to hold down the control key and apply that to that surface. You need to be in the realistic visual style to maybe see that. Okay, so we're not seeing it yet. Okay, so most probably, sometimes what I do is I edit this, and instead of, which is normally what you'd think of, instead of uh, not tiling it, sometimes I want to tile it first so that I can see the effect. Okay, so sometimes I do that, and by doing that, you're seeing the effect. Okay, and from here you can bring it down. You can see that it's you can use the offset tool. So sometimes styling works, which is nice. So then you can just change the offset to so again, let's change this to 10 feet. Okay, and then change the offset y value to, let's just say, negative 3 feet for now. Okay, looks like it's somewhere there, but I need to scale it down, right? So I think maybe my height should be 3 feet. Okay, and but they are linked together, which maintains the proportionality, right? But then I can maybe scale it up to maybe 9 feet, so not as big, or maybe 9 feet by, unlink this. So maybe if I say 9 feet by 3 feet, okay, so we're getting somewhere. And then maybe offset it by negative 1 foot. Okay. So you got the idea, right? You're trying to apply it. Now, the problem is it's actually being applied to this uh surface or object, not the back part. Okay. So what I want to do is go to this and actually look into pushing this up further. So I'm going to erase this. So erase, and I'll show you why I use the erase tool to hide things. So I'll erase that for now, and then press pull this. So use the press pull this so it goes up a little bit, let's say by an inch, 1 inch, enter, and then type the oops command, sorry, oops, to bring back what I erase. So instead of hiding layers, sometimes I use that technique. But do use the oops command immediately. Otherwise, if you erase another object, this will be gone forever unless you do an undo. Okay? So now that we have this, maybe I'd like to erase it again, erase that, and now apply this. Okay, so let me close that. So I'm working on this surface. Hold down the control key and apply it there. Change that to realistic. And now I am applying it to the uh, frame that, sorry, the part of the portrait that I want it applied on. Okay. And then again, edit this and maybe move it some more by, let's say, 1 foot 6 inches. Sorry. Negative, or sorry, it should be 1 foot 6 inches. Enter. Too much. Okay. So now you just have to keep tweaking it.
It was good. Let's look at it like as an elevation
Yeah.
to have a view.
It was good already. Okay. That's good. Uh the negative 1 foot. Yeah. Let's just do negative 6 inches. Okay. Right? So that looks good. And then what do? I go to I use oops, and then I need to apply a different material for this one. That's a global material that I was talking to you about earlier to bring that back to default. Yes. Okay. So I might need to bring it down a little bit, although that will not show. And then I can use a wood material or something else for this one. Okay. So now, how about the so if you do this, okay, if you do this for the main image, which is negative 6 inches by 3 feet, and then sample scale is 9 by 3 feet, then you should also do that to the relief pattern. Okay, so what was that? Negative, I think, 6 inches. Yep. Okay, by 3 feet. So 3 feet. Okay. And then here, I think I place 9 feet by 9 feet. Okay. And then I did say tile. So technically, you want it not tiled, but in this scenario, you just make it bigger because it's easier for me to find it. Right? If it's not tiling, sometimes I don't know where it is. It might be printing somewhere here outside, and then it's difficult for me to locate. So tiling sometimes helps. Okay? So once I have that, then the last thing that I need to do for adding material is maybe adding a different material for the frame. So maybe something like that. Okay. And then now I just need to move it to the location. Okay. Now, how do I do that? I would normally add a maybe polyline from near. Okay. Near this, let's do 2D wireframe. Okay. And add, now it's hard for me to see, right? too many lines. I think maybe hidden, too many wires. Let's try this one. So polyline from near. Yeah, maybe that should do it. And then somewhere here, near. It's actually not doing it. So I need a construction line to align this. So maybe I'll try moving it, move. So moving both, okay? And then move from the back, right? From endpoint to try to align it here. Try to see if I can get a point. Uh, Not giving me any point. So maybe here I can do it from the bottom. Yeah. And then once I have it aligned, then it's easy for me to move it using the gizmo. Uh, so but they, yeah, maybe I'll just say move. Move. Yeah, sometimes it's easier than the gizmo, right? So move from here. Okay, I'll just eyeball it a little bit. Somewhere here. Ah, it didn't go together. So let's see. Move. Let's use the crossing tool. Move from here to somewhere there. And then move previous. That's the previous selection set. Move from previous from here going up. So maybe somewhere there. Okay. So the process was to, number one, get a logo. Number two, okay, check the dimension of that image, 800 by 240. Number three, I normally select a tiled material. So I'll upload that and then rename it. So I did rename. And then I edited it, applying the material. So this one is, how come they look different? So 6 feet, 9 feet by 3 inches. So here, that's, 9 feet by. So unlink this, 9 feet by 3 feet. Okay, now they should look the same. Make sure the relief pattern is the same in the proper, in its properties with the main image. Okay, so you change the image. but you change the image by clicking the name. You paste that here, okay, so that you can select it. Once you select that, make sure you also select it for the relief pattern by clicking on the name. And then you start adjusting the image. Initially, you would think you want this to not tile because you're only using one image, but we find out that it will not show immediately. So I try to locate for it by tiling it. And then because I made the scale big, this is 10 feet, I made it 9 feet by 3 feet, then it actually showed because it's tiling. And then I just need to set the offset. Whatever value you have here for the image should be the same for the relief pattern. Okay? So you do that, and once you're here, then you can do a render, and hopefully it will render well. So again, we go back and create our camera, or for this one, we'll just render this, go to visualize, okay, and do a render. Now, it's too dark. What we can do is, for this, we'll just have a the sun. So here's another light source. So you can say adjust exposure setting. Okay. And let's see what happened. Anytime you uh, make changes, do a test render. And notice that it's actually not showing rendering properly. So now you need to make adjustment based on this render. So it's different when you are viewing it in uh, realistic mode. I think I made changes. So so now I can change the material. Now this is styled. See how it's styling, right? So I think when I did make some changes, so I might need to calibrate it further. So I think it's about half. So all I need to do is what? Change the offset. Okay? So maybe start with 0, no offset for now, 0. Okay, it's not working. So maybe I need an offset of uh so that's 10 feet, let's say 5 feet. Okay, so I got it at 5 feet, maybe 5 feet 6 inches. Nope, so it should be 4 feet 6 inches. Yeah, opposite way. Yep, 4 feet 6 inches. Okay, and then the height, so maybe place there 6 inches or maybe a foot. There you go. Okay. And again, whatever you do to the image, you want to do to the relief pattern. So what did we have here? 4 feet 6 inches. Okay. And did I change this? I think I did. Did I say 1 foot? I forgot. 1 foot. Okay. Let's look again. Yeah, 1 foot. 4 feet in 1 foot. Okay. And then 9 and 3. 9 and 3. Okay. And then do a render. Again, you can type RE to start the render command, or you can go to visualize render. You start with medium if you're doing test renders, and then you go to a higher quality for final renders. Okay, so for here, I'll start with RE, look for render. It's not showing, so I'll type N, and there it is, render. Okay, so the name is showing nicely. So now I can continue with my setup. Again, camera, lights, materials, and we'll go to the next topic. Okay. Any question regarding adding a decal or a logo?
Just the beginning.